This morning I read an article on Kim Kommando's newsletter, and I'll put the link to her newsletter in this video because she has lots of really useful information in there. But what I discovered in her message is that there are 5 tips that I think are really useful for us to help seniors who are using their phones so that they're easier to use and they work better for them. So I'm going to show you those 5 tips on my iPhone this morning. And then I'll also do the same thing on the Android phone and show you how to do that there as well. So step number 1, or tip number 1. Change the size of the text on the iPhone. It's really pretty easy to do. You go to settings, and under settings, you go find display. Let me go find there, display and brightness. And under display and brightness, look for text size. Right there it is. I can click on text size. And look, I can grab the little thing on the bottom and slide it all the way to the right, if that's what you need for the senior that uses it, or slide it back down to something that may be a little more comfortable for them. And that's all you got to do. And you can hit the arrow and back out of it, and you can see, because of the change I made, that my text is already bigger. Let's go in my mail, and you can see the text is, for me, it might be a little too big. So I'm going to go back. Give me a second. I'm going to go back over here to display and brightness. I'm going to go to text size. I'm going to drag it down just a little bit less. Come out of that. Come out of this. And that may be about right for me. Step 2, clean up the home screen. I got a ton of stuff on here. I mean, I've got, I have 2 windows. I don't have 3. I only have 2. This goes to the app library where you can scroll through all the apps. But on the second screen and the first screen, I got a ton of stuff there. Now, if they're not using, example, memory boards here. If they're not going to use the app, get it off the phone. By the way, get off the phone the apps that you can take off the phone. Some of the apps are required by the cell phone. You got to leave them on there. But if I hold my finger on the memory board, just hold my finger on it gently. I don't need to mash it. Look, remove app. I can remove the app from this screen if I want to. Any one of the apps, contacts, hold my finger on it gently. I can remove the app and make it go off the screen. By the way, if you remove any app, you can always go to the Apple Store and you can bring it back. But I recommend that you clear it all out. Get rid of the apps that they're not going to use. And put the apps that are most important to them front and center. And I recommend you put it down on the bottom. Example, if they're not using a calendar app, take and click on it, edit the home screen, and drag the calendar app out of the bottom board. And if they're all about using the camera, grab the camera out of here and bring it down and put it down at the bottom. And again, all I'm doing is gently holding my finger on it so I can get a hold of it. And once I get a hold of it, then I can drag it up, put it back into photography, and then I can grab the calendar and gently bring it down here at the bottom. And once you adjust and put the apps on the home page that are most important, just hit done. Number 3, update their medical ID in the health app on the iPhone. It's also in the personal safety app on the Android. So how do you do this? On the iPhone, go to the health app. Right here is the health app. And then you click on the initials of the user, TB. And then you can see I have health details and I have medical ID. I don't use all of the other stuff. I only really use medical ID. Under medical ID, you can see that the user, anybody who has my phone, can get to my medical ID when the phone is locked. That's important. Additionally, let me scroll down and bring it up. You can see I have emergency contacts information in there. That is really important. Now, if the person using the phone has health issues, then I would recommend you add conditions, additional notes, etc., etc. Again, this information is accessible to EMS, medical professionals, as long as the senior who uses the phone has the phone with them and you've enabled emergency access when the phone is locked. Number 4, turn on scam call filtering. Again, it's available on the iPhone and the Android. I'm going to show you how to do it in this video on the iPhone. Go to settings. Under settings, what you want to look for is down under apps, all the way to the bottom. Apps, scroll down and find phone. Let's see, where's phone? Down here. Go to phone. And under phone, scroll down to, here it is, screen unknown callers. And under screen unknown callers, you can say never screen them, ask the reason for calling, or silence them. And what that's going to do is anybody who calls who is not in this person's contacts on the cell phone, it's not going to let the phone ring. It'll go straight to voicemail. Now, additionally, what you could do is you could call filtering, and you could say unknown callers, missed calls and voicemails from unknown callers will be moved to the unknown callers list. So it moves them out of the primary list of calls that received. And or you can say calls identified as spam by AT&T will be silenced, sent to voicemail, and moved to the spam list. Really useful to do if you want to minimize the nuisances from unknown callers. And the last tip is to set people as favorites. On this iPhone, if I got to make a phone call, I can go to my favorites list, and these are all of my favorites. This is my family and friends. So anybody who is important to you, you can put them in the favorites list. And the way you do it, you hit the plus and you type the person's name. Let me type in a person. Let me type in my buddy Joel. There's Joel Bowman. And I can say I want to make a phone call to his phone, and choose a cell phone. And I just added Joel. He's probably down at the bottom list here, to my favorites list. Really help your seniors when they go to the phone, and they can click on favorites, and these are the people who are important to them. Let's go through the same list of tips, and this time I'm doing it on an Android phone. Number one, text size. So scroll down from the top, hit the little sprocket settings, and then what I can do is come down here and find display. Where's display? There's display. And then scroll down and find font size and style. Click on that. And again, I can slide the bar to the right, slide it to the left. I can make the text as big or as small as I want to make it. Just make a decision as to how large you'd like to have it for the user of this phone, or how large they'd like to have it. And again, you can always come back and adjust it more as needed. And then once you're done that, just come out. Number two, delete the apps the user of this phone will not be using. Well, right here, like example, if I don't need the tips, I don't need the Microsoft, hold my finger on that, I can remove that whole block of icons right there. I can click my finger on tips, hold my finger on tips, I can remove it just by clicking remove. And I can also, if I want to, uninstall it from the phone. That would be important if it's an app that maybe they're paying for, or it's an app that would get in the way of them using the phone. At the very least, remove it from the screen. That's how you do that on an Android. The third idea is set up the medical ID on the Android, and you do that in the personal safety app. And the way you get to that on an Android phone is that you go to settings. Let's go upper right hand corner, click on settings. Under settings, you find safety and emergency. There it is, safety and emergency. You click on that, and then you'll see medical ID and emergency contact. So again, you're going to want to look at all of this, but what I'm really interested in sharing with you there is that if you want to add medical info, you have to hit confirm, and you add that data. And if you want to add emergency contacts, you click on that, and you can add emergency contacts. And I wonder if these emergency contacts need to be, yes, they need to be in your contacts list. So make sure your emergency contacts, your doctor, your daughter, your wife, your husband, etc., are in your contacts, because you need to add them from there. The fourth option is to turn on spam call filtering. Now on Android, the way you do that is you go to the phone, you hit the three dots in the upper right hand corner, you go to settings. Now, it doesn't appear to be the same kind of functionality on an Android as an iPhone. The only option, there's a lot of options in here. You may want to look at them and review them, but I have call screening. And the only thing I have for call screening is let an assistant answer calls and ask the caller who they are and why they're calling. So you can turn that on, and you can auto screen calls, which turns on a higher level of AI-powered tools to sort of kind of act like a digital receptionist and hold the people at bay that you don't want to talk with. And it, by the way, the basic functionality is it will automatically decline known spammers and telemarketers. And the last tip is favorites. So you make it easy for the senior to get to the phone numbers that are important to them. On an Android, you do this from contacts. I got to scroll up on the bottom left here, go to contacts, go to the contact you want to make a favorite, click on the I, it'll bring up all the detail about that person. And then on the bottom left, you'll see favorites. I add that one to a favorites, and I can do that. Let me do another one. Let me find somebody else. Here's one here. I'll bring up, hit the I on this one there. And then again, the bottom left, I have the favorites button, add them to favorites. And now when I go to the phone, I click on the phone app, you'll see that it wants to go to all the contacts, but up top are the favorites. And if they have a profile picture, you'll easily be able to see who they are, which makes sense for you to make sure that their contacts have a profile picture. I'm Teddy Burris. I'm all about helping caregivers and senior citizens to make sure seniors can use technology safely and with less risk and fears. And I hope this is helpful for you and for them.